No, but it's because what I'm saying is we made a mistake, and hey, Bumper Podcast, Detours. It's me, Natty Bumpercar. This is the Bumper Podcast. Yada yada yada. Thank you for listening. We're starting the episode off this week with an apology. Evidently, last week we recorded an episode. That's not the evidently part, but it went out with no audio, which for a podcast is what I have read, a very important piece.
Hey, Natty, it's me, Aloysius J. Pig. And I was looking over the numbers with producer, and I didn't know that they even had this, but evidently that was voted everyone's favorite episode of the Bumper Podcast ever. Like, out of all the episodes, out of all the listens, everything, that one, top of the peak, the number one. It's not even like, what do they call it, recency bias or nothing like that. They just the words they were saying about this thing, they said it's perfect. It's the best episode we've ever listened to of this podcast, really of any podcast. Make more like this.
But there was no audio. There was nothing, oh. Now I get what you're doing. Okay. Now I see what you're doing, and it makes sense. That was their favorite episode of the podcast because there was no audio, so they didn't have to listen to all of the rigmarole, the shenanigans, the...
Hold on there, Natty. You can't just go throwing around words like rigmarole, shenanigans. What you're doing there is you're pointing the finger at everybody else here on the Bumper Podcast, myself included. Hello, everybody. My name is Rufus T. Rufus. I'm I was going to say the legal lawyer around here, but I'm the local legal lawyer, and I just want to make sure that I keep you in line and I keep you in check, all right? Because we want to make sure that you ain't just out there willy-nilly talking about whatever stuff you were saying before.
Yeah, so listen, I don't care about whatever words you're saying. The thing I think that it's hurting me, everybody. Hello, my name is Producer. I'm the producer of the Bumper Podcast. And it's not a nickname. It's like I was born and my name was Producer and I'm a frog. And then people are like, oh, I wonder what you're going to be when you grow up and hop off the lily pad. Are you going to be a farmer? And I was just like, I don't know. I don't have any plans really. And then, lo and behold, the way life went, I ended up being here as a producer, which is fine. It's it's okay, I guess. Okay business if you can get into it. But then, you release one episode with no audio, and everybody's all of a sudden like, they're the producers at home, and they're like, oh, you didn't push the button that makes the thing go over there, with the audio and the wave files and MP3s and, all these technical terms that I know a lot about, but I don't know everybody knows all about.
Yeah, settle down there, producer. Also, I didn't know that was... I didn't know that was your actual name. I thought your name was something like Fred or something, or Dolores. I don't know. I was going to think of a name with an R at the beginning, but I can't. Roger, that's a name that begins with an R. W name, Winfred, Willifred. I thought your name could have been Willifred. But evidently your name is actually Producer, which is very convenient and helpful for us. In a way, I got to say that this podcast is never helpful, okay? Usually it's very convoluted and confusing, and people are like, what's happening? What am I listening to? What is going on? But with you, breath of fresh air, they're like, oh, wait, okay, so that one's name is Producer, and they produce. Okay, good, perfect. Where's Hosty to make some hosts?
Hosty? It's not like his name is Producery or anything like that. It's just Producer. And so if you're asking where the host is, that's me, Natty Bumpercar. And your name is Aloysius J. Pig. You see how that worked out. Sometimes there's a robot on the show. His name is Robot. So that's very, very, smart naming that we're doing there. Yeah, producer, you're okay. That's cool. Rufus T. Rufus, that's your name. Of course, I'm trying to think of other people who sometimes come on the show. There's Doodle Poodle.
Oh, hi, Natty. That's me, Doodle Poodle. I'm, of course, a dog, a poodle who likes to doodle. Does anybody want to do some drawings with me or anything? We're good, Doodle Poodle. Thanks for stopping by. Natty, listen. He's not like on the movie where you got to say his name 3 times. The second you get into the 4th syllable of this, the second syllable of the second word, so the 4th syllable, he's already running down the hall thinking, this is his big shot. Yeah, so okay, I get it. Pig, poodle, but your name's not like Natty Host. Your name's Natty Bumpercar, which makes I don't even, listen, people come up to me in the street and they go, so, is that actually his real name? And I say, yeah, his name is Rufus T. Rufus. It's, it's the same forward and back, I guess. I don't know. And they're like, no. The other one.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you bringing my name into this, but I do kind of like that people do bring me up for I'm what you would consider a fan favorite at this point. Voted most likely to be succeeding from the Bumper Podcast. I was a king of prom at the Bumper Podcast that one year. I brought in the most donations at one time. President of the class of the Bumper Podcast. I have a lot of superlatives that I like, that I've earned over the years, and I'm proud of, and I just want people to know about.
Yeah, of course.
So I am not just Rufus T. Rufus. I am so much more than that. All right.
I agree, and oh my goodness, I am so sorry that I am yawning. It had nothing to do with you going on and on, listing everything that was in no way made up, all the superlatives that you have earned. Anyway, yeah, so, yes, that is, sure, it's my real name, Pig. You don't have to engage with these people. They,
it was actually my family, like, cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, and my kids.
Okay.
Grandpa, it was a family reunion, okay?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I felt like
Fine.
I had to.
Understood.
Thank you. All right? I'm not going to go to a family reunion where they're like, we're kind of worried about you. Are you sure that this is the right career path for you? And I'm like, yeah, it's going well. And they're like, but his name, is it Bumpercar seems to be a strange name, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and again, I totally agree. But I think what I had to ask in that situation is you can take it, listen to them, and I don't know, just kind of agree and walk away or something. I don't know. I thought we were pals.
Yeah, well, not even if y'all pals. The blood of the family reunion is thicker than any kind of water or substance or whatever it is, that we have going on here. We're kind of like a work family, right? We come in. I assume I'm like, I don't know, I'm the funny uncle. Let's see here. Natty, you're like the uncle that gave up a long time ago. Aloysius, you're gonna be like the den leader, I assume.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I've always aimed to be for this group, the den leader.
Yeah, and so let's see here. We have the funny cousin or uncles, I forgot all the things you just said, but what does that leave open for me? Like, what could I possibly be in this whole scenario?
Ooh, producer, anytime I hear the word scenario, I get excited. I'm like, here we go. No, how does it? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Something, scenario. You guys know that song? What song I'm talking about?
Out of all the terrible things that you've ever done on this podcast, that was by far the worst one I've ever heard. You took a classic song of the hip-hop genre and you did that to it. It's got a flow. It's supposed to have a flow. Like, here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Yeah, it's boom, bap, boom, bap. Not whatever elevator music. Now, hold on. There's elevator music, right? But what is there escalator music? Was that ever a thing? Can we invent that? Little speakers. Oh, you know what we do? Escalators of the future, right? When you go to get your car washed, and you go in, and there's rainbow lights everywhere, and it's this big, exciting adventure. Ooh, it's rainbows, and it's cool. Let's do that with escalators. So you're going down, and it's got, like, LED lights, boom-be-bam, lights, cool lights, and, I don't know, some sort of like a soundtrack, right? And it can become like that movie where the dude's stepping on the piano, and so everyone's kind of playing with each other, and it just seems like it'll bring the community together.
All right. Well, I'm going to admit hold on. I don't not like that. I do like that. I think it's a nice idea, especially like the LED lights, and I don't know. I think, but before we make escalators like fun and like an adventure, we should probably make escalators that don't try to murder people.
That's the thing. They have children. They really start to freak out about it. They're like, whoa, the escalator's gonna get you. You better tie that shoe. You better not sit on that step. What are you doing putting that bag on there? It's gonna grab the... Get your hands and hair away from that escalator. Come on. You can't play with it like that. It's dangerous. And then now we got a whole society of people terrified of the escalator. You go to places with multiple levels, you look around, all them escalators are just empty. Just nobody on them. Just a couple tumbleweeds just tumbling down the stairs.
You know what? Well, hold on. I agree. I can't believe that I do, but I actually do agree. Escalators are kind of like quicksand. You're terrified of quicksand growing up. They're kind of like bees, how my children treat bees. Like every bee is out to get them. And if the bee does get them, then that's the end of all things. And in escalators, yeah, they're telling you you're gonna lose limbs on this thing, right? So maybe, Pig, you're right. Maybe we need to do what the kids are calling a glow up on the escalators. And
right, hold on a second. We're not gonna blow up anything. No blowing up escalators. We have to cut this. Okay, everybody, take the equipment. We're gonna go and hide. We can't say stuff like that on the air.
Yo, chill out. We're not. First off, we're not even on the air. We're a podcast. But also, I think he said glow up. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to glow it up. To me, I don't really know what it means, but glow it up.
The Bumper Podcast is an oftentimes hilarious weekly romp with Natty Bumpercar and some of his pals. It is family-friendly, clean, and ridiculous. Thanks a bundle for listening. If you love our show and you'd like to help support the podcast, check out our Patreon page at https://www.patreon.com/nattybumpercar. Also, pretty please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Share it with everyone everywhere, post about it on all of the social medias, or leave a rating and review. The Bumper Podcast is produced at headquarters in Coffee Can Alley. It's recorded, mixed, and produced by producer. The Bumper Podcast features contributions from Aloysius J. Pig, Rufus T. Rufus, Doodle Poodle, Robot, Trunks, and a gaggle of other silly rascals. Our head talker is probably Natty Bumpercar. We also have an absurd newsletter. Check it out and subscribe at nattybumpercar.com/subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Natty Bumpercar. Hugs and hearts. See you soon.